Interesting here, it says it appears that these martyrs in 7:15 are in the inner circle closer to God than the angels.
Yes. We're going to get more and more. You're going to see more and more of this, but they are serving Him day and night. They alone. They are like the Levites during the Hebrew time. They've taken on this function now of being a direct servant, I think, because of their martyrdom and the special place God has created for them. And I don't know when that's going to stop. I haven't got far enough along to, if there's any indication that when we go to the end, the final, condition of heaven, the new heaven and earth, on. When earth's passed away and we're in heaven, and then this, what's going to be really neat when we get to the end of Revelation is the description of what heaven is. I'm not sure what the area of responsibilities are going to be. I'm not sure that this is even going to exist like this. I don't know. Well, I guess hopefully we'll find out more when we get down the road. Okay. Verse 16, no longer will they hunger, no longer will they thirst, no longer will the sun strike them, or any heat. That was an interesting statement to me. I'm not sure what the importance of the sun won't strike them other than when they were in slavery. I couldn't fit the puzzle together on that one. It seemed to not fit for some reason.
In talking about tribulation, though the sun, there's one phase of the tribulation in the last 3.5 years in which it says the sun will scorch the whole earth.
Right.
That's the only reference that I can to this.
Here's the only reference. I went back and tried to pull out reference verses that were similar to this, and it kind of reiterates, how the Old Testament verses kind of show up reworded a little bit in the New Testament. If you look at Matthew, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. John 6:35, Jesus said, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. So, maybe he's just kind of reiterating that Christ is going to fulfill our every need.
He will be the light. You don't need the sun in heaven to have that light.
Right. Although the description of his glory is probably many suns more. Do a little science study. It's a good thing we got a glorified body for God, so we're going to be able to stand it. And Revelation 17, because the Lamb who is at the center of the throne will shepherd them, he will guide them to springs of water, living water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Isaiah 49, 8 through 10. This is what the Lord says. I will answer you in a time of favor, and I will help you in a day of salvation. I will keep you, and I will appoint you to be a covenant for my people, to restore the land and to make them possess the desolate inheritances, saying to the prisoners, come out, and to those who are in darkness, show yourselves. They will feed along the pathways, and their pastures will be on all the barren heights. They will not hunger or thirst. The scorching heat and sun will not strike them, for their compassionate one will guide them and lead them to the springs of water. I think this is the millennium. It's referring to the millennium. So the conditions when we enter the millennium are going to be different than they are today. Okay? I don't know what that means. I don't know if there's going to be, like there was originally, this canopy that directs sunlight. Although they're going to have grapes, there's going to be grape threshing and stuff like that. So I don't know. But it relates that direct sunlight, it indicates that direct sunlight is not going to be present. So that's kind of interesting. It'd be nice.
That'd be like it was in the beginning of the earth.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Hey,
UVA or VA?
he's going to replace the ozone layer. He's going to put double ozone. Revelation 22:17. Both the Spirit and the bride say, "Come." Anyone who hears should say, "Come." And the one who is thirsty should come. Whoever desires should take the living water as a gift without cost. Without cost. Okay, one more slide here, and then we're going to get in. We'll start chapter 8, verse 8 next week. We really covered some territory today. Okay, this is a little slide that shows we just about have finished up the seals. We're going to finish the last seal in chapter 8. If you'll notice, count down the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many seals were there?
7.
Okay. Trumpets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. How many trumpets are there?
6.
There's 7. 7 of everything. 7 bowls, 7 trumpets, 7 personages, 7 seals. Again, I mentioned that there's kind of a break between the 6th and the 7th. And I'm going to talk about it next week, but it's kind of an interesting, and I don't have a total answer for it, but it looks as though the 8th seal is the trumpets.
7th seal.
Seventh seal, excuse me. And the 7th trumpet is the bowls. Okay? Now, could that have an impact on timing of tribulation, sequencing of tribulation? And some people believe they are overlapped. I'm not sure I'm a believer of the overlap theory, other than the fact that if you take a look at all of the plagues, earthly events and things like that, they come up, lightning comes up several times, but are they different lightning, different earthquakes? Are they? I think so. My take on it right now is I think so. Probably more extreme. But there are a lot of people that believe you can overlap all of these under each other. First seal, first trumpet, first, and I don't buy that. You can reach out maybe to 3 or 4 of them and find commonality, like the 3rd seal, the 7th trumpet, and one of the bowls, but I think it's a stretch, personally. Okay, but what happens when we go through here? What happens to the severity of the judgments?
Increases.
From the top to the bottom, right? The seals, the 4 horsemen, it was what? A quarter, right? We're going to find in chapter 8 we start going to thirds. And it's going to get worse when we go to the other one.
Well, you were talking about the 7th seal, being that, when it said they opened the 6th seal, there was a great earthquake, and the sun turned black and white. But then when it says when he opens the 7th seal, there was silence.
Starts with silence, right? But then it starts talking about the trumpets, which
Is that the half hour?
looks as though, huh?
Is that the half hour of silence?
Yes, it's a half-hour silence in heaven. And there was a lot of discussion in the support documentation about that, what it could imply, what it means.
When I read it, there was such awe about what getting ready to happen. It was just, they're awestruck. It's so bad it was ready to happen.
If you ever been in a hurricane, just before the hurricane hit, it gets real calm.
I have a storm.
Or tornado too.
And in the eye of the storm, too. It gets real calm in the eye of the storm, too. But you know you ain't out of it because it's surrounding you, And that was one set of commentaries. There were others. There was others saying, just the fact that it was in heaven, but it got silent. The severity of what was coming. It was really stressing the gravity of the situation, that you have 4 trumpets. You have 4 trumpets before that.